Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. And yes, I thought it'd be funny to put it in the stream title, but yes, I am actually in a hurricane right now. Hurricane Helene, something like that, is coming in from the coastline right now. I live in Georgia, the state, not the country, which for those who don't know the United States, it is on the bottom right, which is near the ocean. I live pretty far inland, but it is hitting the coastline really, really hard. So the edge of it is starting to go over my head right now. So it is, it is raining sideways outside. My kid's school has decided to do digital learning tomorrow, like online classes. And then on Friday, they're just going to be closed. So boy is home the next 4 days. I'm here. He just screamed, yeah, from the other room. Hello from the Florida Panhandle. Yeah, you're gonna have it worse than me. The state, not the country. I've heard something about that today. Well, because I work online, a lot of people get confused when I say Georgia, because if they're in Europe, they're just like, oh, the country. And I'm like, no. Other side of the planet, almost. All right, the last time that we played Disco Elysium, we were just about to come upstairs here and talk to this lady, and then we got sidetracked and talked about something else on stream for about 40 minutes. So, we're going to restart this conversation just to make sure everybody's all caught up. So, let's talk.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table. You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
You are not forgiven.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
Alright, I'm satisfied with that explanation.
I am not.
Oh.
There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more.
Nah?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette. What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
What is going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again, with a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Louis-Douin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Louis-Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Chip just climbed into the window. He's looking at the storm outside. That's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. what I did to get to accounting.
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
Huh, that's, shake your head, not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
She's already almost devoured the cigarette she just lit and looks at it sadly. What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me.
Ah, PG stream!
I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
You were right. He did enjoy the moment of his death.
Yeah, we're not gonna say that. That's freaking weird. Better not mention it. Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Just nod. We're going to need more details.
She looks down with a wince. Her cigarette has singed her fingers. She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
This doesn't fit with the testimony of Titus Hardy. He said she was higher than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head.
Oh my god.
Get into
Electrochemistry. Yeah, we should get buzzed too.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Townhouser says, how are you liking this game? It's been on my list to check it out for ages. This game is not like anything I've ever played before. It's kind of just like a point-and-click story adventure, but like... Yeah, it's tough to even explain. Like, your character, all the different facets of your personality have speech bubbles. It's like, The part of you that's like logic will say something. The part of you that's authoritative is be like, yo, we should boss her around. And then the part of you that's empathic would be like, no, that would push them over the edge. They're gonna cry if you do that. And then the part of you that's like, is a drug addict is like, God, I need a cigarette. And it's just like your character is like got all these voices of all the different aspects of his persona, and you're hearing all of them. And it's like the person, like when I play another game, I could totally be like, oh yeah, I understand the people that made this game. This game, I do not understand the mindset. Like from what I understand, the people that made this game, like a lot of them were like ex-alcoholics and stuff like that. So it has been a roller coaster. It's very much a storytelling game. There's not a lot of action. You see, like right in the last 10 minutes, we've just been talking here. The voice acting is phenomenal. The voice acting is really, really freaking good. I'm glad I was introduced to this game after they added the voice acting to it. Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
She says as if it's self-evident. I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
So that's authority talking right now.
Does she also party with Ruby, however?
Suggestions. Yeah, did you party with Ruby too?
No.
She smiles nervously. The beads of her teeth shine.
Still, there is something there. She won't tell you now.
Okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
Just from cop shows and stuff that I've watched in the past, I'm guessing it would make the blood pool in like the lower part of the body if the body was in that position. And so that would make it look like he died from the hanging. Because if he was on his back, the blood would pool around his back and it wouldn't match. Or something like that. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
New task. Get Titus to give up Ruby's location.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
It probably didn't.
Or, I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
She looks at the table.
We can't go after Loose Cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you were hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
That answer comes fast.
Idiot? She's nothing of the sort.
I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Kuno.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
One Fine Fish says, what's the Nike drama? Fine Fish, I've had to pause the stream to talk about it on numerous occasions the last few days, and I don't wish to do that right now. I'll tell you that there was a Reddit post about it. I replied under it with my side of the story. Nike posted a video, it's a very mean video. I posted under that one. If you wish to read that, then I stand by what I said there. Darren posted 2 videos, but I'm not able to make posts on his channel. I think I've been blocked, which is weird because I've never made a comment under his videos before attempting to do so on these videos that were about me. I don't know if that's a YouTube glitch or if I've been shadow banned on his channel or what, but I can't make comments under his channel. So, that's it.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh God, that was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course. Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
Good to see Guild Wars 2 drama at the minimum. What? Good to see it? No, man. Dude, I've got family members that stir up drama, and I avoid them like I haven't seen them in years. No, I don't want drama in my life. I just try to keep my head down and make cool stuff. That's what I try to do. I'm not someone who enjoys that unless it's like on TV. When was the window changed? Point to the window that was shot out.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of her eye.
Did it hurt your feelings?
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke.
Let's
Just picks
rock.
up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Continue. The lieutenant glances at you and then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Drama? In God's name, wake up. Wake Multiface up. There's no quotation marks around it, so I think this is internal monologue. Alright, 92%.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately, before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Your real name isn't Classy Amando.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly, like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Was the passport BS too? The passport that you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Was the passport BS too? Oh wait, no, that's the one we just did. Where is this buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds. We have to check this buoy out. Accept task.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past a broken sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so. Say nothing and proceed.
I haven't said it aloud in such a long time. That name.
She shakes her head.
She's filling dead air. Can't stand the silence.
Conclude.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8102 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
I've got an observation. If he'd been shot from outside the window, would the bullet trajectory be different from what your character found in the autopsy? Yeah, so that's kind of the weird thing, is like the bullet hole, we missed it at first during the autopsy because it was in the roof of his mouth. And so I thought the guy had killed himself and then they did the hanging to hide it. But she's saying he got sniped from outside of a window. And I'm just like, he got sniped from outside of a window? Like, it was, in front of the window or something? Like, how... So, I don't know, I'm wondering if she killed him or someone else, or he killed himself, and then she broke the window later.
You are. This is not the end of this.
Let's get back to the lies you told.
Lies?
She repeats, then trails off. It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Okay, I don't want to arrest her right now.
She slowly lights another cigarette.
Sorry about the noise. How are you handling the whole hurricane issue? I lived through Katrina, and that was bad.
Some tiger.
Yeah, I remember Katrina as well. At the moment, it's just a really bad storm outside. Actually, it sounds like it's easing up right now. But yeah, it was just like a sheet of water was raining at the beginning of the stream. And they closed Gabe's school for the next 2 days. I need to talk about your room again.
Yeah?
You have quite the collection of prescription drugs down there,
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
she says without any discernible irony.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
No further
I
questions.
always heard you RCM guys were cool. You are.
Where does this door lead to?
You tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. I've been wondering myself, but I'm light of foot. Not a good door kicker.
Other questions?
All right.
Let's return to this later. Okay. Let's do a quick save. Let's interact with this door, see what's up.
The same small, heavy door. No lock
Need a
in
higher
sight.
physical instrument to try to kick it open again. I've got 3 points unspent. Where's physical instrument? It's a 8% chance now. Okay, no. No. Alright, let's go back downstairs and question the Hardy Boys. Oh wait, we can look at the window again.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk.
Okay, visual calculus is what's needed here. Do I have... I feel like it'd probably be glasses if I've got anything that buffs visual calculus. Let's take a look to see if any of our equipment can boost that. Oh, there we go. That jacket. Oh, such a looker. That's -1 to calculus. +1 again, that's +2. Alright, quick save.
This window is pristine
What
on the
happened here?
inside. Unlike the golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind.
Whoa.
In it are two neon-lit shapes.
Whoa.
A man and a woman on the single bed.
Yo, look at this. So there's like there's bullet trajectories, or possible bullet trajectories. There's 3 of them going through the glass. And here's the guy, I guess, with his mouth open and like hitting him in the face. Here's the building, and it's saying that the trajectories go to these 3 locations. One is where the cryptozoologists were. One's at the end of the dock where we found the dead drunk that had tripped and hit his head. I don't know what... I'm not sure if I can go to that area. Looks like an island. What position are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Yo, Monk, have you ever played Remnant 2? Hey, Silhouette. Yes, I did play Remnant 2. I also did a positive review video for that game. It was really good. I have not played any of its DLCs, though. Have a look at Point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm, what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belmagrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside. in the darkness,
'Cause
too
it
busy